Hello, everyone. My name is James Strong. It is May 8th, 2025, and this is the SIG networking subproject Ingress NGINX. That means we adhere to the CNCF Code of Conduct, essentially means be kind to each other. If you have any issues, please report those to myself or to the SIG networking leads. With that, we'll go ahead and get started, go around the horn. We've got some new folks. I'm guessing some of our news is generating folks joining and hanging out. If you're new to the project, new to the meeting, if you want, you can introduce yourself, tell us your interest in the project, what you're looking to accomplish, and we'll go around the horn and go from that.
Yeah, sure. Hi, so my name is Peter Kramer. I'm from Eneco. I'm a DevOps engineer looking to start contributing to Kubernetes since I've been using the technology for a bit. And I'm attending various meetings, researching a bit about the different SIGs, their scopes, and looking to maybe select an area that I would be able to contribute to.
Have I got a project for you? We're in the midst of trying to jumpstart our migration to a gateway API implementation. That was a big part of our last two KubeCon talks. So we're almost to a point where we can have other folks contribute to Ingate, but currently with Ingress NGINX, it's a pretty high bar to get new features in. So I'll share with you, Peter, the meeting notes for Ingate. Anyone else?
Yeah, this is Yang. I just joined Google, the API Gateway, I think the GKEAI team. So I'm just attending meetings from like our onboarding documents. Yeah, so trying to get to understand the context.
Oh, I didn't know we'd be in an onboarding document.
Yes, you are. We have two. There are two groups. Like one is this SIG, and then the other is inference extension weekly, like sync. Yeah, I saw those two, so I just signed up.
I haven't joined the inference one yet, but we're still working on getting a gateway API implementation. So we have no thoughts yet trying to get an inference extension working in Ingate. So that's like a 2027 goal, maybe.
Oh.
Well, we have one contributor, and we're working on it. We've had other folks ask, and it's just like when you jumpstart a project, you can't have 30 people jump into a project.
Yep.
We have to like control the flow. So like I said earlier, almost there. Anyway, I have to stop talking about Ingate in the Ingress NGINX meeting because we only meet monthly on this one. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, thank you.
Anyone else?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I am Prashant. I am one of the maintainers of Harbor. I don't know how many of you know the project Harbor Container Registry. And yeah, I'm here to been working with Kubernetes for some time. I'm just here to give it back to the community. Yeah.
I'm John. Oh, sorry.
I was just saying thank you. Go ahead, John.
John, I'm from Auth0/Okta on the networking team. I've joined maybe like once or twice in the past. Selfishly joined today because I have an issue/PR open. So
that's not selfish. I ask people to do this, so I appreciate you joining to talk about your PR.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we had to cancel last month. Well, is that everyone that we went around horn? I don't want to cut anybody off. I think it is. I think Marco and myself both were out for personal reasons last month, so April got canceled. We did get the latest release out I don't know the numbers because I've been letting Marco handle the Ingress NGINX stuff while I try to bootstrap Ingate. It looks like it was
12.2.
12.2 and 11.6. So we got those out. I think we just did the Golang upgrade as well. So we're probably going to try to get one final 11 out and another 12 to get to the latest Go. On top of other things, I know there's lots of PRs out there. We'll talk about 113. Let's go look. I've been looking. Runtime class is not supported, probably won't be supported. Marco's already added it. Okay. Trying to think if I need to just put this on removes needs triage because it's pretty much triaged. I don't know what I should put it at because it doesn't need more information. I never remember, folks, I've been doing this 5 years and I still don't remember any of the labels. Cannot will not be resolved. They can't be resolved. Yeah. I don't know, John. What do you think? I think it's accepted. Indicates an issue or PR is ready to be actively worked on. Somebody could actively work on this. We're just not
Yeah.
going to. Yeah. Guys just get to watch me type. This is a great. That's super helpful. I wonder what setting is broken. I see this issue a lot with the fake cert still being used. Well, not gonna be able to answer this one. Let me try and see. You should be able to use a self sensor. They're just trying to change. Oh, I think this is the opposite problem. Usually folks have an issue with having a cert and it's still using the default. This looks like it says right here, the existing, that's it, they expect to happen. Reading this hard. I think I would need to see the ingress for it. Because that's where you define the cert secret. Let me just ask. Page. Sorry, folks, I'm just thinking in my head because I'm trying to figure out like what other questions you should ask them on the cert because it's generating a self-signed cert with the domain. It should match. Let me just ask that question and just wait to hear back. You know, I don't know if you folks know this, but the SSL pass-through, we don't use NGINX for that. It's actually implemented in Go. We've been wanting to for a while. I think when we made the switch to 122 or 24, I can't remember. There was a version of NGINX where we could migrate to the pass-through, but we didn't because somebody decided to retire from the project. And I don't know if this one's going to actually get upgraded or get worked on because it'd be a major refactor. Short period of intermittent failure. It's probably the old pods dying, I would think. It shouldn't last a few hours. It's always DNS, right, folks?
Always.
I applied the delay patch to the teams. Those are never fun. Issues that don't recur are reliable. Anybody want to work on an SSL pass-through issue?
Hard when it's not reproducible.
Yeah.
This one's mine.
This one's yours. We've also got There's a PR open I think there's two PRs that are open that deal with this issue, because it's a timing issue.
Yeah, there's like definitely some graceful shutdown things that could be improved, and there's a couple of people on my team that are potentially looking at that.
Okay.
But this one bit us a couple times, like, and just to be honest, like if this is something that it's like, hey, you have a unique situation and it doesn't make sense to merge in the change, I get it. But like when we do deployments, it's we'll do like, say we have Ingress NGINX and then we have our upstream. We've noticed that if let's just say Ingress NGINX is scaling down, so it's shutting some old pods down. For some historical reasons, we have a long graceful shutdown period of 6 minutes, just the way connections are made through our NLB. If the upstream, while Ingress NGINX is in its graceful shutdown, starts,
New pods, they won't.
yeah, if it has new pods killing old pods,
Mhm. It
the
won't update
Ingress
it.
NGINX, yeah, it never
It'll stop
updates it.
throwing-
So
it'll stop
now,
throwing errors. Yeah.
yeah, so it tries to send it to an IP that doesn't handle that anymore.
Yeah, there's this one. Is that yeah, that's real buddy.
Yep, that's mine.
And then there's another one in here. And I think this one's just the sync process. Keep alive on status ports. Retain back in. No, that's not it. That's the one for external services. Here we go. Improve shutdown logic. That's the one I was looking for. I don't know if this one will help you as well. Have you looked at this one?
Yeah, so this one it will probably help us, but not for the same error.
Okay.
Because I think I went back and I was like, okay, to me, it kind of feels like what I'm seeing is a bug. And I think that's just because when I looked back at the history, graceful shutdown was added at a, like, I think years apart from when the shutdown logic was added for updating backends.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think when they added the graceful shutdown, they never realized that they were stopping the backends from getting updated in that grace period.
Yeah.
Because they set it to is shutting down. They they wait for the grace period and then they go and they shut down the sync queues. But setting it to is shutting down kind of already shuts down the sync queues because they won't process anything else.
Okay. I understand the problem. I'm trying to think of how we can work through all three of these into 113. Because this is, yeah, we don't, this is just stopping it.
Yeah.
This is the problem of having sorry, I'm just thinking forward when we split the control plane and data plane stuff. I'm just like, I gotta take a mental note. Okay, is this the only change?
Yeah.
Okay, I would say let's go ahead and move this out of draft. And we'll go from there. Is this isn't you, is it? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna take it out of draft and add it to the 113 so that I can make sure that Marker at least gets eyes on it.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. I don't know if there's an easy way to mock that test.
Yeah. Yeah, the easiest way for me to test it was just
Just to
kind.
do it, yeah.
And I mean, we forked and we have the fork running on all of our clusters now, but that doesn't necessarily present in any way that passes tests.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if there's something in graceful shutdown we can add. Let's go look and see if some of the tests. We might wanna do the. Oh, I don't like that.
Sorry
Sorry, what?
for commenting the test.
Hey, Ricardo. Yeah, look at that. I was just getting ready to do the get blamed too. I didn't see your name on there.
Oh yeah, feel free to. I'm used to.
Okay. John, I think that's the only thing is that we just want to make sure that it doesn't break anything. So have
Yeah.
it shut down the controller and add a new instance so you could scale it. But this one looks like it should catch that. Should shut down in less than 60 seconds without pending connections. So this scales it down. I wonder if we have a function to scale it up. So
Well, scaling it down would do
Oh.
it.
yeah, because it changes the backends. But you would need to. You'd have to test it so that you try to hit all of them.
Yep.
I don't know how we. We'll put
It's hard when you
Ricardo on the spot. Well, if we scale it from 2 to 1.
Sorry, what's the goal?
We're trying to. So we have the issue, right, of when the controller is shutting down, it stops adding new backend instances. So if there's a scale event for both Ingress NGINX and a backend service, you could get bad IPs. So what the proposal is that we don't do that. So we just continue on, even if it is shutting down. So I was just trying to think that we should have a test for that as well.
Can you have some graceful shutdown and expose this informer in a way that you can see, or let's say on the unit test, what are the current
Backends.
backends? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe like instead of of doing an end-to-end test in this case, I think like a unit test would be easier. Maybe like you just start that routine and then you trigger the shutdown. But you keep querying the store, the store of this factory, and say like, okay, and then you keep. I think we use some kind of reactor there, so you keep injecting the endpoints and see if they still appear or not, right? Like if they are still being reconciled or not.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can't get the backends.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if this would work, but I think it's easier than trying to make some end-to-end tests at this point. Because shutting down and making end-to-end tests, it's kind of painful a lot.
Yeah, and again, we might be unique. Like we have long-lived connections through our NLB to the Ingress NGINX pods. So even though it's removed from the NLB target group, any active connections that have requests going over it are what hit errors. Other people might not be using as long-lived connections as we are.
I'd be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised actually. But that's fine. Yeah, let's. I think that would be good enough, John, just so we don't have a regression.
Okay.
Go ahead, yeah, add a unit test in the NGINX stuff there, and then we can work there, but I'll mark it for 113 so that we have it on the list to review.
Okay.
But yeah, just go ahead and add that go test. Where to go?
That sounds good.
I love that GitHub does that.
Just what?
When you do the @ it drops to the person who made the issue.
Can you do the OK to test, James, just to be sure that the other unit tests, they are not already breaking? Oh, we are not using, okay. I forgot that we are already using the GitHub Actions, but maybe it's just good to, to be sure that the other tests, they are not breaking.
Yeah, and I'll make sure to run those locally too.
Yeah, it's a 7-year-old code.
Oh look, your regex's ugly head is weird. Ricardo.
Sorry, what's up, James?
I was just saying your regex's ugly head is weird again.
What's ugly?
Regex.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, no easy way to deal with the regexes and validations. So
I mean, this looks straightforward.
sorry, I'm not paying attention. Give me 2 minutes. I'm solving something else here.
You always are. No, I was just saying, it's just this looks pretty straightforward.
Yeah, seems so. Can you go back?
Add the regex
Let's
within the
see.
validator, and then adds a test. So can't ask him.
So my recommendation is like if you are changing that, probably you want to change the risk, but then it's going to be a breaking change, because when you start allowing more characters in that case, like adding things that may be interpreted as a regex, they can be more easily escaped. That's my only concern on that.
Yeah, we've got a PR out there to escape or to quote everything that's in the Go template. So I'm hoping that will be less of an issue. But yeah, that's a good point.
Yes, it's just been a bit neurotic with not getting more CVEs.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining and pointing that out.
I can always be the bad cop.
It's not a bad cop, it's just right. It's the more characters we allow, the increases the possibility of an escape. So we should probably increase the risk from medium to high.
Like, if this is a valid case for a lot of more users, maybe it's fine, you know? But if this is just one person specific case for one really specific, you know, situation, changing those validations, it's not a good idea, in my opinion. But James, if you increase the risk from medium to high, people that are like relying on, let's say they changed their annotation risk to medium, it will be a breaking change for them. So you need to raise that. Got it?
Yeah, and we've done this, we've played this dance before, where we've made configuration changes in minor releases
Yeah.
that break folks. It's also, again, it just increases the visibility. Oh, I didn't even look at 112 to see if we had any things left open in 112. Let me go look. Never look at that. We don't. Admission webhook host to the left after section does not. I've slowly shifted from issues into pull requests now. It seems like something that can go into 112. That feels like a bug fix. See what the conversation looks like.
This is an old one, isn't it?
April.
Oh no, it's I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely feel like it's a bug fix. So is there a shortcut to add it to a milestone? Put it into 112. And then I'll just make sure that Marco checks 112 before we release it. I think we're getting close. You know, oh, there's a PR applicant. I read this one. I'm not sure how I feel about it because it's uploading and moving it. It's not using the crew plugin anymore, I don't think. I understand how this one is working.
Hey, I got a drop here, but if you need some help with that later, I can take a look.
Yeah,
Gotta
it's fine.
jump to another meeting. See ya.
Of course. Bye. So is it just uploading it to? I which I guess is the thing that's broken. Well, I know it's been broken for a while, so I don't think there's any way to really test this and just get it through. I'll put it on the 112, make sure. I'll put a hold on it, but I think it looks good. Bye, Peter.
Okay.
And come on, you can load. You know, there's another one in here for external services without it. You know, that looks like Lua code. This is just a test, though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see what they're saying.
But interestingly enough, the Lua tests fail.
Yeah. Oh, can't really move forward with it until their test passes, unfortunately. So. Why I always misspelled Lua AU. Bug fixes go to 112. And we've lost it. I was gonna give this another minute or so anyway. Go to 45. Look at one. NGINX add X arrangement. So that's just adding a new head. I think we've talked about this one before. Well, I'm all about moving away from snippets. Don't need to set a default for the post code. Introduce. I think when we were still working on the CVE issues, we were making changes to the NGINX template, and we didn't want to mess around with anything.
Yeah. Code templating has its pluses and minuses.
Features or listed into a team. Okay, I'm gonna call it at that. Thanks for hanging on, John.
Yeah.
Let me know if you have any issues with that unit test. And then yeah, just ping me. We're looking to do 113 at the end of the month, so I don't know, watch. We still got a couple weeks to get that through.
Okay. Yeah, I have a kid that's due any day now, so I
Cool.
might get to it, or you never know.
Yeah,
So,
but
I'll do my best to get some for you.
Yeah. Well, good luck with that.
Thanks.
Thanks for joining. Have a nice day.
Yep.